Namaste, this is Prakash. I just wanted to share a story of a very young man. When he was about 20, he was extremely ambitious. He had great ideas, he had great thoughts, and he had very noble feelings about what should be happening in this world. And then, for about 20 years, he went out to change the world. When he was about 40, he realized that the world is too big a place for him to go about working. Then he changed the focus to the country in which he was born. For the next 20 years, up to the age of about 60, he invested a lot of time in working towards changing his country. At the age of 60, he realized that didn't seem to work too. And then he changed the focus to his state for the next 10 years. At about the age of 70, he realized that even the state wasn't changing. Then he brought on the focus for the next 5 years to the city in which he was staying. By this time, he was 75 and he realized that the city wasn't changing too. And then for the next 5 years, he brought on his focus to the street in which he was staying. And when he was about 80, he realized that didn't work too. And then he met his guru, who said, "Why don't you start with yourself first?" When he started at the age of 80, he started changing so fast. Within the age of about 85, he found out that he has transformed and become something far, far better. And then when he went out to change the street, to change the street, to change the country, to change the world, people were listening to him, people were following him, people were flocking him. Then he realized how much time he has invested in wanting to change everything else outside of him without even having to focus on changing himself. Each and every one of us go through these processes in life where whatever we see, we have a grand vision, we have certain noble thoughts, and we want to change the world. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, change begins with yourself. Be the change that you want to see in others. If you only start with this very clear intention that the only thing that I can change in the world is myself. And as we change ourselves, we become like a mirror. We start reflecting things and they seem to change. Have they really changed? We really don't know. But something in us changes which makes everything else look better and better and better. What is change? I have a definition which I have found out on my own. Change is nothing but an opportunity presented by nature to give you a new path to align to your goals. It is a new path. The nature in its own wisdom, it wants to help you to reach your goal, whether material, spiritual, whatever. And then it gives you a new path. Please take this path. The other path is not working. It seems to come on its own. Out of my own experience, I have seen several times that the path I was taking to go towards my own goal was not yielding results, and it was like banging my head on the wall continuously. And then a very, very small door opens on the side. Without resistance, when you take the door, many times it seems to be a roundabout way, yet it takes you towards the goal. Whether it's a spiritual pursuit, material pursuit, nature is always smart. That's why they say life is what happens to you while you are busy planning for it. Change needs only one thing for you to make the best out of it: cheerful acceptance. A cheerful acceptance is nothing but your ability to accept whatever comes and make the best out of it so that you are able to go towards the goal. If you are able to develop this attitude, which happens out of repetitive introspection, which is aided by a process of meditation, we become mellowed down to accept that there is not much that we can really do on our own to change the path that we need to take to go towards the goal. and it helps us to take help from others. It is this ego which in us tells us that we are capable of achieving things on our own. Whereas when you look at the world, without a collaborative existence, there is no way we can move towards the goal. And this is what change teaches us. Depend on something external, whether it is the guru, whether it is nature, whether it's my friends, whether it is the society. Even the best of politicians, the best of leaders, the best of CEOs cannot do anything on their own unless they depend on that which comes from outside as a help. But yet, the change happens inside of me. What is the change which happens? Acceptance of the new path, which will help me go towards the new goal. And meditation, in the process of repeatedly surrendering yourself to the higher force, makes you humble, makes you be open to whatever comes. Grab it. As you take the boat towards the goal, if the boat cannot go to the goal on its own, nature will find a way to shift you to another boat. Accept cheerfully, move on. You will find that then change management becomes such an enjoyable process through the process of cheerful acceptance of any change that comes. Nature is out to help you, Master is out to help you. All it needs is for you to receive whatever comes to you with an open heart. Thank you.